Alright everyone, and welcome to Path of Exile. My name is John, and this is going to be a very special walkthrough because I've been thinking about doing this for a long time and I never really thought it was going to go well, but we're going to start it today. This is actually going to be a 100% walkthrough, and what do I mean by that? I've actually put in over 100 hours into this game, but we're going to start a new one. And I'm going to be doing everything, like full main story, all the side quests, and whatnot. So, this isn't going to be completely fresh. It's like, think of it as a new game plus. If you don't know what that means, is I start a new character, do everything all over again at level 1. However, I have my old items from before. So, I think that would make it a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch. And if you could hit the like button on this first part, that would be really fantastic. Maybe you guys will actually be interested. So, with that said, I'm going to have a little edge on the items. Not by much. I'm still going to use most of the dropped items, but just like a couple of things here and there so I can upgrade. But anyway, that just saves time. Most of the grinding I will do off camera, but like all like main story requirements and stuff are going to be recorded. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series, and if you do play this game, feel free to send me an invite. And we're going to be playing this on Steam. So as you guys can see right here, I've played it. Hold on. We are going to create a new one. So right now we're going to be doing the standard league just to save time for YouTube purposes. We're just going to do standard. I've done a couple of races and all that stuff, domination, hardcore. But we are going to try out a duelist, or we're going to play a duelist because I just think those are the most interesting in my opinion. So as for name, we're going to do John Law on YouTube, YT.
Now they call me a criminal for defending my honor.
Okay, so throughout this whole series, I'm going to try to explain everything to you because this is a little complicated game. And it's an RPG, if you haven't figured that out already. So, I've already beaten through all 3 difficulties, gotten to like level 80. So, you're probably going to hear a lot of my mouse clicking.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
And, okay, so I'm going to try to explain this game throughout like the whole series. Gems, these are your main attacks pretty much. Like, there's a lot of gems in this game. So, they come in 3 colors, red, green, blue. Like, red is pretty much melee, green is like range and all this stuff. It could be mixed, it's a lot of stuff. And blue is pretty much mages and all that stuff. So, they go into color gems, and then when you have them equipped, you get the skill. So, with that said, before we start anything, I'm going to show you all my options. Doesn't really matter. I changed all my settings already. Here's what it is. I had to lower the music volume because I did not want to get a copyright any claim, just to be safe. And for the first part, just let me know how the audio is, so for the future parts I can adjust it. And as you guys can see, I'm going to be playing on max settings. I don't really care about these. It looks great already. So 1080, I'm playing with the Titan graphics card, so that's cool. Anyway, let's go on. So, we are starting our adventures as a duelist. And this is our map, as you can see. Sometimes it gets crazy with the item drops, which is kind of cool actually. But later on, I've beaten this before, so unlike other walkthroughs on YouTube you may have seen, I actually know what I'm doing for the most part. And so yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer it. As right now, I'm gonna go to try and get to level 2 before fighting the little area boss. As a lot of people have been wondering, like, the storyline, it's kind of hard to explain it pretty much. you're pretty much in exile, which you saw in the beginning. Your goal is to like kill all the bosses, and you'll just have to see. I'm not going to spoil too much for you, but usually I just skip all the dialogue, but in here we're going to do that. So do I have a plan for the series? Yes, I'm going to try to do or be a DPS two-handed build duelist, as a lot of people may or may not know. So I'll show you a little more later. If you hear my mouse clicking, I apologize. I'll try to edit that out. It's going to be a lot though. I'm just giving you a heads up right now. So in this game, there is no currency. Well, like gold money currency, that is. In this game, you use these kind of things, like a lot of different kind of orbs and stuff as currency. You can either use them or trade them for items. So that's pretty interesting and a unique idea of how an RPG kind of works. Later on down in the future, I'll try to, if you guys want, or if any of you play this, I will definitely play with you guys, and maybe you guys could be on while I record. But in the beginning few parts, I want to do this solo because I just have a lot to talk about while I'm here. So our objective right now is to kill this guy, and he's not that bad. For all the other characters, I feel like it took a longer time. Not really sure why, but if you don't see any achievements or anything, that's just know I've done this already. So keep that in mind. Anyway, so let's carry on. This is a two-handed. We're gonna try to stay with one-handed. Okay, so you see the gem that we put in before? Each gem can level up 20 times. And this is probably the most important part of the game, the passive tree. Not many characters are going to be 100 the same, but we start here because we are a duelist, and we're going to be going this way. So each level, you get 1 point for a total of 100 levels plus bonuses from quests. So we're going to be going down this path. Anyway, I'll try to explain more down the line. So talk to them. We're going to be visiting these people a lot, so there's really no need to
Now there's a face I never expected to see exiled.
really
Maidens of Oriath must
go
lie
over it.
wailing in their beds now that the mighty duelist has left them. Or is that why you're here? Did you disappoint your adoring fans somehow? I'm Nessa, and I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. Back in Oriath, I disdained your kind. In Rayclast, I don't have that luxury. Lion Eye's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's medicine chest. I have many to care for, and there's only so much I can do with herbs and seawater.
So it's a lot of dialogue. I'm most likely going to skip it because throughout the gameplay, you'll find out what happens. So these you don't really, it's really not important. They just tell you who they are pretty much. So this is a reward. You get a choice of 1 gem. This is for like rangers. This is melee, but we're going to pick up a dual strike because that one's a pretty good one if it's combined. So how the currency works. There are 3 slots. You could put them in here, but then later down for the more complex things, you could link them, add more gem sockets and all that stuff. We'll probably do that down on the later parts. So right here, I already have all this stuff, which is, I guess you could say it's cheating, but I call it New Game Plus. So that's always the thing. What these are they just make you a little bit faster for a set of time. An amulet, which is, as you guys can see right there, a ring. This is pretty good early game. Pretty much just armoring up right now. So if you guys are interested, I just this is a lot of gems. Hold on a second. Oh, anyway. Just had to make sure. But anyway, let's take a stack of this. This is how I usually keep my setup. If I ever need more in the future, I'll just transfer them over from my main. But anyway, we're going to... Our first quest would be this one, Mercy Mission, which is we have to go to find a medicine chest down in the title area. As you guys can see right now, it tells you on the top left or top right, the monster level. Each area has a monster level, which usually generally goes up. So we're level 2, and this area is level 2, so we should be fine. Hold on, I'll try to move my mic a little bit farther away so you don't hear the clicking. Also, for this one, I generally use a mechanical keyboard, but I wanted to switch. I switched it out just so you wouldn't have to hear me click click all the time. I don't know. Maybe if it's not that bad in the future. But anyway, we're gonna switch it up to our dual strike and then leave this here. Later on down in the game, we can have like multiple skills, like maybe 10 or 7, 8, but that's okay. So as you guys know, this is like one of the RPGs catered to the hardcore fans, or at least that's how they said it was. So like mistakes are very important, especially when it comes down to the skill tree, because you can, as much as you can like respec all of these if you wanted to, it costs currency, which is in-game, and of course the currency they use for that, which is called Orb of Regrets, are very expensive. So that said, let's not mess up. So how do potions work in this game? Pretty much they're right here, and you don't have to rebuy them after you run out. You get these things called charges. Every time you kill a monster, you get 1 charge back, and I think it changes due to like bosses and all that stuff, so it could go up and down.
It seems this new arena suits
and you get more or less depending. So with that said, I think we're doing like above average just because we have those. Oh, there's one more. But anyway, they keep coming. Stop it. Okay, so what I want to do after I kill them all, I know I still have that point. I want to use it too. Believe me. Early game, it may look a little boring, but if you've ever seen this game or something, you will know that these builds get so crazy. Let's go for the boss first. I've actually never done so much damage in one hit. That's probably because we have all our stuff equipped right now. But anyway, alright. Oh my god. 1 more, 2 more, 3 more. So on the items you can see these like colors, right? What they mean is it's the color of sockets they have on there. So that's the thing to look out for. So we're gonna go down this path, which is melee physical damage. That's always a good thing, especially if you're playing a melee character. So let's see. Usually I have this map open. I know it may get a little annoying because sometimes I forget to change it, but I'll try to keep it at the top right as much as possible because it's less of on the screen, but that's okay. Right now, our goal is to find the title island, which is somewhere on this map. It leads to another spot. It's usually around the edges, but I just want to clear things out to level up a little bit more. That's probably going to help us in the future. I'll try not to make this game look like a grind to you, even though it kinda is, especially the developers, Grinding Gear Games. So it's not that bad. Usually if you play in a party, things go by a lot faster. But for the sake of this, we're going to play solo a little bit. So this might be it. As you guys see on the map over here, that means it leads to another spot. This is where we have to go, to Tidal Island. So in this area, we're going to have to kill a boss and get the medicine chest. I don't remember what you get as the reward. I think it's probably another gem or something. You get a ton of gems in this game, but some are good, most of them aren't. But that's all, depending on how you build your character, because you can pretty much do everything you want. So for right now, we're just going to collect random items. Usually I skip out on white items because generally they're not good, especially early game. So these things, that's an achievement. There's like 49 of them in total. I got 48 and I don't know where the last one is. Well, I kind of have an idea, but it's just so much work for a achievement. Also, this game is free on Steam, or well, it's on Steam as well, but you could play it anywhere. And so if you are interested in checking this out, feel free. You could send me your game name. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Like every platform has its difference. Like Xbox has gamer tag, PlayStation has PSN ID, Steam name, whatever. But if you want to see my full PC specs, there'll be a link on my channel in the About Me section. It has everything, and that's, you just check it out there. Also, in the description of this video, you can see my Steam group, and that's generally where I play with fans and whatnot. Okay, so that is the boss. Our goal is to kill him, but generally in RPG you take out the minions first. So move back a little bit. He let's see, what is this? Okay, let's keep a portal up just in case. I don't really plan on dying, but just I like to be safe. Yeah, we're good. So the green item is a quest item. I guess I could go over this right now. If you're an RPG fan, you'll pretty much get the general idea. White items are common, blue are magic, yellow is rare, brown is unique, like unique, legendary, same thing. So with that said, our gem leveled up in cleave. I don't really use it. This is actually a tough one. I'll just go life regen because that's pretty good. You'll see later on. Okay, so this is our map. And when it's yellow, that means that's where we turn in our quest. And with the highlighted thing,
A medicine chest.
we have a lot. Like, it doesn't really matter. We'll find these on the way, so it's always best to get a quicksilver flask, even though technically I have it already. But all these gems are, yeah, I don't really use. The best one for a duelist would probably be heavy strike. Not completely sure, but I'm not going to use it. It's
Animals
just here.
don't seem to rise up after death.
Clear the fetid pool. That is a side mission on the later areas. Oh, okay. So this is pretty much currency. These are endgame maps. You really shouldn't be seeing this in the normal main area. So, whirling blades. This we are going to keep. It's more of a movement thing. It is an attack, but I don't really use it for it. Wait, hold on. What was this? This is Cyclone. It's level 24. Okay, so anyway, we're going back. Our goal right now is to get to the top question mark, which is not in the same area. This thing, if you talk to it, it's the weathered carving. It's an achievement I could show you. These are all Steam achievements, by the way. This is 48 out of 49. Yeah, that one's a good one. Actually, this is a good one. If I later on down in the game, there's a thing called Orbs of Alchemy. They make a common item a rare one. So that's good. So pretty much you could do anything in this game. Like, if you have a general idea, like, hey, I want this item. Okay, you got it. But anyway, if I had to guess on the map right now, I would say that our real main objective right now would be at the bottom left, like down in this area